Morning, everyone. Morning. Morning. Probably Mark. Feels that way sometimes. We'll be getting started in just a minute, folks. I do too. There he is.
I'm right here. Hey, and I could hear you today too.
Good.
Yeah. Let me actually turn you down a little bit. There we go. Hey, Jill. Where is everybody today? What's going on? Am I too early?
No,
1 second.
we got 222 people.
Yeah, it's pretty low. I mean, this morning we had 600 yeah, 600 on my morning call. Hold
Wow.
on, let me just go to YouTube real quick. Say hello to everybody there and then I'll just jump right back in here. Oh, I'm in a good mood today. Come on, Roger Scott. I have to find myself on YouTube. All right. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Steve. Missed the 8 o'clock before the doctor's appointment, noon briefing. There you are. Colleen, Tim. Thank you. I appreciate it, Steve. Liberty, Jody, Korea, Tim, Pops. Hey, Pops. How are you? Terry. Now let's say hello to everybody in the Zoom room. Stacy, Dan, Ken. Good morning, Ken. Jill, hello again. Henry, John, Anil, HG. It is Purim. You're right. You're right. Fred is here. Stan, Phil. Tom has T-Buzz is the troublemaker today. You see that, Matt? T-Buzz
Mm.
causing trouble. T-Buzz is always giving me trouble. Good morning, Scott. Kim. Scott says, "Ooh, look at that! Look from Scott. He got 40% on TGT, 27% from BBY, and holding BIIB. I think I know where you got TGT and BBY from. BIIB is not mine though. Can't take credit for that one, Scott. Peter from Netherlands. Gus. And again, if I miss somebody, I apologize. Tiba's on at noon too. It's not every day. He's just on today at noon, I imagine, right? I would imagine. So yeah, T-Bus is not going to, why am I even asking this question? T-Bus is not going to do something every day. Hello, Hefe. Richard, hello. Kathy, Estelle, Chris, Sean. At 550 looks pretty big to me. Yeah, I think so. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This market looks like momentum is a little too weak right now. It's going to start coming back up pretty soon, I believe. Need a little more time. Rachel, Mark, Scott, Hannah. How are you going to celebrate? What am I going to celebrate, Hannah? I got something to celebrate. James, hello there. What costume are you going to wear for Purim? I'm not going to wear any costume. BIB on the dashboard. Good, good. Kevin, Carlsbad, pouring rain. Yeah, not good. 22% on runner. Good, Brett. I love runners. Kane in the pub. Thanks for WPM. You are welcome. Held Etsy overnight and killed it. I'm glad we're not getting too many complaints, Matt.
That is good.
It's a good way to start the day. Yeah. Hey, Bob. How are you? How are you? Hope the property business is going well in Chicago. Arnulf says everybody left customer service. They're already going for drinks already. Oh boy. Hey, CTSY from South California. Our Parish is from Mexico. Tony the Tiger's in the house. We got Terry. We got everybody's here today. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it here. All right. Let me go ahead and take my TC 2000. I want to talk to you guys just about a couple of things real quick. So you probably have already heard, I've already said this a few times, but, yesterday I learned, good, Karen, good to hear that. Yesterday, you guys stopped telling me how you've been doing on my trades that I've been giving you guys in the room here. UPS, DDoC, Starbucks, FDX, Target, this morning Foot Locker. All these shorts have been working out real good, actually. Okay. Etsy, 15% had disappeared and closed it out after logged off last night. Press exit was on point. Good. All right. If there's no complaints, then let me talk. So I found out last night, actually pretty late last night, that TradingView has updated their scanner. Remember I said as soon as TradingView could make a scanner that will be able to do what we need to do, we will add the code for the Pro Trader dashboard. And guess what? Last night, here, let me show you real quick. Evidence, I have proof of life. I think I have proof of life. Am I sharing my screen, Matt?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Okay, good. Even better. Right here. Now I can share my screen. See, Pine Beta. Well, guess what? When they say Pine Beta, I took that as Pine Permanent. Okay, and I think we have. I think we got Carly. Microsoft got assigned. So you know what you got to do, right? You got to press that. You got to press that magic button that says auto exercise your long. They cancel each other out, and that's it. Yeah. All right. So as soon as I heard this, I realized that we now are going to be able to have the Pro Trader dashboard full suite in TradingView. And Matt is very busy behind the scenes. Here's what Matt's doing behind the scenes. Let me tell you what Matt is doing behind the scenes. Matt is here's what Matt's doing behind the scenes. Hold on a second. I'll show you what he's doing. Matt is writing the scanner as we speak, right, Matt?
Yep.
Here, let me hold on a second. As a matter of fact, I'm getting a note from Matt. Matt is telling me that the scanner may actually be already finished. Take a look at your Zoom, Matt. Isn't it nice when things just appear in your Zoom?
My Zoom?
Yeah, your Zoom, Skype. Sorry, your Skype. Look at your Skype.
Mm-hmm.
That's the code right there. So hopefully Matt will double test it, make sure it's kosher, and it'll make itself into the members area. So he'll be taking less than usual for this one, yes. All right. So just wanted to let you guys know that I don't want to hear any more from you Canadians about not having TradingView available. Okay. Can you place trades on TradingView? Sure, you can if you want to. You can integrate TradingView with whoever you want. They can integrate with like 100 different brokers. Okay. So just wanted to let you guys know, boy, the excitement is amazing that I'm getting from here. You know, it's amazing, Matt. When I'm telling them it's not available, I'll get 100 people pissed off at me. But when I tell them it's available, nobody reacts.
Crickets.
Have you guys noticed that? If I was doing a webinar and I said it's not available to TradingView, 100 people would say, what? When I say it's available, nobody says anything about it. Just can't win. I just can't win. All right. So, so TradingView will be available. I've got another piece of information. It has been confirmed, not just confirmed. We already have the code that the Alpha Zone Pro will also be available. Can you show us? No, I can't because I haven't put it on yet. But you know what I can do? I took some screenshots. Let me show you some screenshots. I knew you were going to ask me that. How did I know you were going to ask me that? Let's see if I have them screenshots here. No, I don't think I have the screenshots here. Thought I had the screenshots here. No, I don't. Sorry. Wait a minute. Yep, I got it. Look at that. See? I even have that. See? Relative strength, 5 minute, relative strength 1 day. Just like on I don't know why somebody would want me to show it to them, but I'm not lying. It actually exists. So now you've seen what it looks like. Let's go with Steven Schultz. That would be a hoot if that was you. All right. So now let me talk a little bit about the market. I got my TC 2000 here. I'm not expecting the market to make a new low here. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to bounce around. As I said, we're going to consolidate around here. I don't think this area is going to break out. I think we're going to kind of just stay around here for a little while. It's a two-sided market. What I don't like is Carly. What is Johnson Johnson? Where do you get Johnson Johnson from? What is Johnson Johnson from, Carly? I'm not talking about Johnson Johnson. Where did that come from? How to access trading function on TradingView? Well, Richard, you first have to wait for me to put it in the members area. Then you have to wait for me to send you a screenshot of how to use it. And then you have to wait for me to do an instructional video. And maybe then we'll have the answer to your question. Considering that I just found out about it last night and we've already coded the code. No, you don't have to pay money if you have TradingView. If you have a Pro Trader dashboard and you want the TradingView code, you're not going to have to pay anything. Let's see. What does Bob say? I'm 100% confident the tariffs are not the end of the world. The markets will soon lose irrational fear over them. You see, Boyd, the problem is it's not about losing irrational fear over something. You seem to not want to, you're not listening to things that are coming out of my mouth. It doesn't work that way. The market has to price it in, Boyd. It has to price it in. The market can't price anything in till it knows what's to price in. Let me give you an example, Boyd. Let me give you an example, Boyd. Let me give you a really good example. Where did this Hannah, Carly, where's this Johnson Johnson coming from? Stuck in Johnson Johnson. What's with Johnson Johnson? What's with this Johnson Johnson thing? I don't understand it. Have I been talking about Johnson Johnson or something? See above, you had a replay today. Maybe it was from the replay. I don't know. I don't know. Pit trade. Carly, do you remember me talking about Dale says J&J was a trade from Monday? Where was it, guys? Where was it trade from Monday from? Carly? Carly, do you remember me talking about not ever talking about trades from other programs here? Right, it was closed out with a profit. It wasn't closed out with a loss. That's the point. Please, if you have a trade that you're having a bad experience with because you didn't get out with a profit like we all did, then keep it to yourselves. Thank you. And please don't ever talk about trades that are open here. All right? Ever. All right. Don't break that rule again or I'll kick your butts out of here. All right. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. And yes, it was closed out. As a matter of fact, let's take a look. Maybe I'm crazy. You know what? I've done a lot of things and you know what? I've been working long hours. Let's take a look so we could see. You're out and said it was okay for swing. I say that with every trade, Carly. And guess what happens? It becomes your trade. It's not a pit trade anymore. And I've mentioned that to you before when you asked that question. So let's take a look. What happened to Johnson Johnson? Here you go. If you oh no, that's it. Related to Amgen. Missed a quick exit. Right here. Get out of Johnson Johnson at 169.50. Go long Johnson Johnson 169. The trade has been finished. You got an official exit. After you got an official exit, it means it's done. You can always swing it, Carly. All of my trades are swing trade, but that's not part of the pit. That's me doing a common courtesy for you. All right? Yes, they're all swing trades. They're all swing. Every trade is a swing trade. I hope you guys, I'm going to say it again in case you guys are waiting for me to give you an exit. After I exit a trade, that trade is officially done in the pit. All the trades in the pit could be swing trades. Please, if you have a trade that's currently open in the pit, please don't discuss it here after we've closed it, unless I bring it up. Thank you. Thank you. No, Sean, they're all talking about the pit trade. All right. Now, can we talk? Can we move forward here? Carly, it's your trade. Everybody closed it. That's what I'm explaining to you. You're taking up people. You're taking up through. I don't even know how much time we're going.
368.
368 and 70 with trades that have nothing to do with anything. And I'm trying to run a show here. Thank you. All right. Now let's begin. Thank you, Bev. Yes, that's exactly. Thank you. So, here's what I wanted to explain to you guys. Here is what I wanted to explain to you. I believe we're going to stay choppy. I believe we're going to stay close to the VWAP. I don't think we're really going to move very much. Tomorrow we have consumer sentiment report, which I don't think is going to really move the market too much. I don't think it's going to move the market too much. I think it's going to be an even report. Right now, I want to see us come up here and start moving higher and touching the 8-day EMA. 8-day EMA right here. That's what my next goal is. If it can touch the 8-day EMA, I want to see if we can touch the 200-day moving average. That's the next one. But right now, the market doesn't have a lot of directional bias. Now, if you look at the market, If you look at the 90-day low, we're at 564 again. See, we went lower, we didn't go higher. And that's a very, very, very bad move. Very, very bad move. In terms of the upside, I mean, there's 40 stocks here. Half of them are inverse ETFs. So they don't really count. So if you go here, you got 99 stocks breaking up. Not a lot of directional momentum. And if the market starts coming off, defensive stocks like consumer staples, healthcare stocks, if we start breaking the foundation that we're building right here, they will start moving lower. Yeah. All right. So you could see right here. I mean, even if you look at my downside momentum, silver. This is a silver company. This is a gold company. This is a gold company. This is a gold company. This is a utilities company. This is a gold company. Gold company. Gold company. Latin company. So you could see that out of all of these stocks that are breaking out, Sean, yeah, he could do seasonality today. You could see that the majority of them are very, very, very defensive stocks. Very, very defensive stocks. Okay? Very, very defensive stock. All right. By the way, I gave you yesterday Walmart. Did you guys make money on Walmart? It was a free trade for everybody. Guys made money on Walmart? Nicholas was the only one who made money on Walmart, huh? Carly. Yeah, Marge, you're right. If you run a business, tariffs and so the whole tariff things is not about people coming over it. It's about certainty. Sorry about that. Yes, on Walmart. Made money. Well, yesterday I had a class at 1 o'clock and I told you I would give you a free trade. So yesterday somebody said, can you give us a trade from the Pro Trader Dashboard Pit? And I gave you Walmart. And quite a lot of people made money on it. Good, Craig. Good. All right. So I don't like the downside momentum. It was going, look, it was getting better. It was going to 270. Good for you, Richard. Good for you. Show that 53%. No, Carly, there was no alert on Walmart. I gave you as a watch list trade. Yeah, but in the class I gave it as a pit. Carly, did you take the Etsy trade, all the other the 4 trades we made money on in the room in the pit this week? Let me know. You will learn. You will. You sent an A trade after. Are you sure about that, Michael? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, you see, folks, here's a perfect example. Here's a perfect example of somebody trying to mess with me right now. So I want you to see this right here. See this right here? No, Bob. Now I have proof that somebody's actually trying to mess with me here. So Michael is the same guy who said I didn't place an exit on a pit trade a few days ago. And a few minutes earlier, I placed an entry, and it was Johnson & Johnson. There was only one trade open. But now, Bob, and it was as clear as day. And, Michael, I've noticed you're doing it again right now. You see, you wrote right now that I sent an A-line alert after 4 p.m., so you did not place the trade the next day. Well, you see, Michael, first of all, you didn't even look at that message because that message was not an alert. It was an update about positions. Number two, Michael, it wasn't an alert. It was an update on your positions. So before you start writing something in bold letters, please at least open the message so you know exactly what I'm writing you. So please, this is the second time you've made an ass out of yourself. Let's not make it a third time. Okay, Michael, can we do that? Thank you. Don't do that anymore, Michael. That's 2 strikes. We got 1 more strike to go, Michael. Because you're literally making an ass out of yourself. Okay. No, I didn't send you an alert after the market closed. I send you an update. All right. And now, I think there's something in the air today, Bob. I really do. Is it okay to send you an update, Michael, after 4 o'clock? Is that okay? Do I have your permission to do that? All right. Don't do it, Michael. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done with you. Okay? Yeah, he asserted that I sent a trade alert after the market closed in capital letters. I no, I didn't. I said, and if you opened it, you would have known it wasn't a trade alert, Michael. Michael, it wasn't an alert. It was an update. But you haven't opened it. If you opened it and read it, you would have known that. Yes, thank you, John. He's pulling another J&J on me. You didn't give a ticker symbol on a trade that you didn't take. If you didn't open it, why are you complaining about something that's not even an alert? This is the second time you're complaining about something, Michael, publicly about something that has no relevancy to anything. Thank you. I know it was an update, but Michael keeps insisting that it was an alert. So, can I now teach you something important? Can I now teach you guys how to use the Bollinger Bands the right way, or are we going to still argue? Thank you. Now I'm going to give you the best lesson you've ever had. I'm going to repeat something that I did in the I'm going to repeat something that I did in the live class. Um, and I thought that people got a lot of value out of this. Um, so I want to teach this to you, and I want you guys to learn how to use it. Putts. All right. Yes, I'm going to show you the Bollinger Band trick. So as you guys know, me too, Bev, me too. I'm going to show you guys something really cool here. All right. So let's give me a ticker symbol. Give me a stock. One stock, any stock. Just give me a stock. All right. Triple M is good. Uh, Chris was first. We'll do Johnson Johnson. So most of you use Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Band typically is used for overbought and oversold levels right here. Overbought and oversold levels. I'll show you guys a Bollinger Band real quick. Right here. This is a Bollinger Band. And most folks use Bollinger Bands or have been using Bollinger Bands for the last, I don't know, about 40 years now. Let's see when John Bollinger came out with Bollinger Bands. I don't know. I'm curious. Was it 73 or 74? When did John Bollinger come out with bands? Oh, 83. Okay. 83. All right. All right. Thought it was 73. So it was a long time ago. Yeah. So he came out with Bollinger Bands in 1983. As we all know, yeah, he likes Bollinger Bands. All right. As we all know, Bollinger Bands. As we all know, the word swing trading stocks was not invented till the 90s, till there was an internet. Okay. It's a long time ago. It was a long time ago. I mean, internet didn't really start getting till about 93, 94. Now, John Bollinger, to give you a little background, this guy was this guy was an analyst for this guy was an analyst for financial publications. He was not a trader. Never traded anything. Okay? So he created these bands. He created these bands right here to measure overbought and oversold levels for assets. Okay? The problem though is he never tested them on stocks. He never created them on stocks. He never traded them on stocks. He never did anything with them on stocks. He never did anything with them on stocks. Okay. And they don't work on stocks. Now, I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but they don't work on stocks. They are useless on stocks. I'll tell you what he did. He got people to use them on currencies, and currencies were seeing huge moves in the early 80s. Huge moves in the early 80s. And when currencies were seeing big moves in the early 80s, Bollinger Bands really worked well in identifying those tops and bottoms. But think about the value of the Dow Jones in 1983. What was it, like 2000? There was no movement. There was no movement at all. No movement at all. It's not going anywhere, right? Okay. So you couldn't really use them effectively. And then as I traced the history, thank you, Penny. That's interesting. As I trace the history, you will see that, and I talked about this at length. I don't want to get into these long discussions, but I explained how the business that we're in the last 50 years, how things changed from futures markets, currency markets, to stock markets, to financial markets. I'll give you a good example here. This is how it started being used for stocks. You see this guy right here, John Murphy. Technical analysis of the futures markets. This guy writes a book. It's called Technical Analysis of the Futures Markets. Futures markets, right? Futures. This is the Bible of technical analysis. Pretty much everybody who trades technicals uses this book, okay? But over the last 40 years, they got really lazy. So instead of writing a book like this for the stock market, they decided to just change the name of the book. Excusey. So you see, technical analysis of the futures markets becomes technical analysis of the financial markets, and it gives you and me and everybody else the green light to use these type of analysis for stocks. So if the number one book in the world, if the Bible on technical analysis tells you that it's okay to use the Bollinger Band on stocks, why would you not use it on stocks? But between you and I, we won't tell anyone this. The book is really called Technical Analysis of the Futures Markets, and the only thing that was changed in this book was the name. Watch, somebody's going to go and say, no, there was more things changed. No, it was just the name. I have both versions. It was just the name. The new ones even have soybean examples showing Bollinger Bands. Well, you could see it right here. I don't own Amazon. This is not a global conspiracy against you. So the question is the Bollinger Band got a Roger special setup? No, it doesn't. It's boring. So I'm going to show you guys. This, okay? Please, let me show you this. So let me give you another example of how because somebody asked a good question. How did it all happen? How did all of a sudden these tools that were never designed for the stock, by somebody writing a book and then changing the name from futures to financial markets? That'll do it. How about this? Take a company like bar charts. I don't know how long you guys have been doing this, but what do you think bar charts started out as 30, 40 years ago? Do you think they had a section for stocks 30 years ago? It was a futures analysis site. I used to use it when I had a brokerage firm. Exactly. Agricultural products. Exactly, Dan. Exactly. So when you go to bar chart, and you see, go here, right? And you see Bollinger Band. Hey, I got stock charts. I got Bollinger Bands. John Murr, you go to your bookstore. You're like, give me the number one best-selling book on technical analysis. Here you go, 500 pages. Are you going to argue with it and say, Are you going to argue with it? So it's right here. Technical analysis of the futures markets now all of a sudden called. See right here. Look. Completely updated my ask. Yeah, you go look at the Bollinger Band section and you look at the section on and you look at the old book. No, 5 pages were updated. Okay, you know how those updates work. They'll write. It's the same book. It's exactly the same book, and it's a great book. There's nothing wrong with this book. I learned from this book, but it's not about technical analysis of the financial markets. It's technical analysis of the futures markets. Okay. So again, the question was, how does this all happen? How does this all happen? That's how it happens. Little by little, you go to programs, you find out that, hey, and you start using them because everybody else is using them because all the books are telling you to use them. Doesn't mean it works. And actually, it doesn't work. All right? Just strange that intelligent people read it and still use something that was totally wrong every single day and twice on Sunday. So now that I've explained why you use it, and also it gives people a sense of control because it gives you these levels that you think are actually levels, but these levels are just based on standard deviation of price. They don't take volume into account. So let me tell you how a Bollinger Band can actually be used in a very, 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 very good way. And I had people come over from all over the country to see this, but I'm actually going to show it to you. I even made a template for myself. Bollinger Band width right here. So the indicator is not called Bollinger Band. It's a derivative from the Bollinger Bands. It's a derivative from the Bollinger Bands. Let's see. You go to standalone indicator right here. And you go to, look how many Bollingers they have. The Bollinger Squeeze, the Bollinger Band. You go to Bollinger width, Bollinger width, right here. And you make sure this, when you do this, I'm doing it, I already changed it. When you do it, change this to 10. It's supposed to be at 10, not 20. Hey, Richard. How are you, Richard? Hope everything's well. So I'm showing people the Bollinger width. Have you been using the Bollinger width? Let me know. Tell me. So what is the Bollinger Band width? It's right here. Are you going to use it to determine when to buy and when to sell? Maybe, but I'm going to show you how. Every single better entry. That's right. So I'm going to show you something. Go about 9 months back. Every stock has a thumbprint. What does that mean? Every stock has a base volatility level. Base volatility level. Base volatility level. Oh, sorry to hear that, Richard. So sorry to hear that. Right here, you could see right here, you just put your cursor, and when you get about 70% of all the price action on the lower end, that's your baseline. That's your baseline level. Okay. Now, volatility goes up, volatility goes down, but every stock has a thumbprint. Let me give you an example so you understand what it is, because thumbprint is a very loosey-goosey word. So what do I mean by that? Tesla. Is Tesla ever going to trade 50 cents a day range? It's a volatile beast, right? Right here, look. Oh, let me go back to that Bollinger width right here. Here, all we have to do is go right here, and we could see that the baseline for Tesla is right around 12, 13, right here. Right here. Right here. Okay? Every stock has a baseline volatility thumbprint. AMD, I'm making this up, but I think you'll understand. It's $2, $3 a day. Nvidia, yeah, I know I'm in I know I'm in Nvidia. Yeah, I know, I know, I know. But I just wanted to, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I know. I know, I know. I specifically went to Nvidia. So Nvidia, for example, you could see that the bars. Oh, I said Tesla. Sorry, Nvidia. Alex says, what has a more powerful effect on the volume? Who acts the price? Always price, and it's not the futures. It's cash. Alex, cash, 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 cash. If futures did it, don't you think I would be what I would have the pro trader set up on the futures market? Futures speculates on what cash will do. Okay? All right. So, sorry, I thought I was every stock, Tesla, Nvidia. Sorry, I thought we were all on the same page. So, Nvidia or Tesla, it doesn't matter, but every stock has a very specific thumbprint, which means unless something is happening that causes like crazy volatility, it fluctuates a certain dollar amount a day. For example, a $50 stock will fluctuate $1.20 a day. A Micron will fluctuate 250 a day. Every stock has a thumbprint, a volatility thumbprint. So if you know what that level is, and if you initiate trades from that level, you will gain a much, much better risk to reward area on your stocks than you would otherwise. Let me give you an example. Let's take Target. I wanted to find a good trending stock. This works to the downside and upside. So, for example, this is perfect. I don't think I could have found a perfect example, okay? You know how, no, Zoom user, it's not called average true range. If it was called average true range, don't you think I would be using average true range? I'm talking about spreads, volatility spreads, the difference between the up and the bottom zone, not average true range. No, so let me show you. Right here. See how the baseline volatility for Target is about 10, and right now it's about 21. So what I was trying to say before I read what Zoom user wrote is this, is you know how I always tell you guys don't buy stocks that are too far away from the 8-day EMA? You guys have heard me say that before? They're too overdone. They're too overdone. Okay, you've heard that before, right, guys? Well, when a stock starts moving away from the 8-day EMA, what do you think happens to it? When a stock gets close to the 8-day EMA, what do you think happens to it? Baseline. Chris says I'm new and I've heard that about the 8-day EMA. Well, good. So my point is that should you buy this breakdown on Target? Well, the volatility went from 10 to 20. The options are way over expensive, and the stock is almost or getting close to mean reversion levels. There's an indirect relationship. We're not looking for the stock's ATR. We're looking for a stock's squishiness factor baseline. We're looking for something totally different. I understand why you're saying ATR because when I say thumbprint, yes, that's the ATR. Every stock has a different ATR, the thumbprint. But I'm talking about its volatility, how it goes between the ups and downs. So you could see right here that the baseline for the bandwidth on Target is about $8 to $12. Well, when you see it at $21, you're probably taking 50% of your profit off the table. Okay? Let's take another. This tells you not what to buy, or this tells you when to buy it or sell it. So what you want to do is you want to, so enter, you want to sell short when volatility is right around this level, because this is the baseline, because it's going to revert back to this level. So you want to buy, you want to take action. See, look, let me show you this. I'm going to follow price. You guys follow this. Okay. See this? See how it's getting lower, lower, lower? It's going down. It's trending down, right? But now it's getting higher as we have a breakdown. That breakdown would have been the perfect place to sell because volatility was still here. Usually when you're doing a breakdown, you're too far away from the 8-day EMA, but volatility told us we're still just moving higher. So my point is every stock. Now, folks, Ken is a post-PhD from MIT. If he's telling you should pay attention to this, you should probably pay attention to this. Okay? So for example, let's go back and let's go to what's a good long? I want a good long. How about GLD? Let's go GLD. Let me go back here. So let me go back here about 9 months right here. You could see here that every time it hits these levels, and this is volatility. Look at what happens right here. Consolidates, breaks out. That's a very, very low risk entry right here. This is a very, very low risk entry right here. But now here, to a naked eye, it looks the same, but look how much higher volatility is here than it is over here. So you see how right now volatility, it went down and it's just picking up again. It's not up here yet. It means it's still not too late. Thank you, Kate. So you see that? So again, the point is you want to make moves on your favorite stocks. Obviously, you want to be above the 8-day EMA, and you want to be above the 50-day, and you want to be above the 100-day, and you want to be above the 200-day, but you also want the volatility. You want the volatility bands at the bottom. You don't want to be in a position where you're getting in here. You want to get into a position where you're getting here. Yeah, I think we just got rid of our of an option that we had because of it. He's speaking volatility. There we go. We broke the low. See, he talks, all bets off. So the point is, so again, what this does is this is a complementary tool that you should use when you're analyzing your stocks. So for example, let's say you have two stocks and one stock you like this stock right here, but volatility is up here. Find the stock where volatility is over here. Much cheaper, Bev. Much cheaper. You should be buying your vertical spreads when we're here and selling them when we're up here. You think iPhone? Jesus. Just when we had a good trade on. Well, there we go. Does it have a scanner? And if it did, Lori, how would you use it? The way I'm teaching you to use it, you would not be able to scan it. Folks, stop trying to use scanners. I'll give you a better way to do it, Lori. How about this? I'll give you a better way to do it. How about I'll give you an alternative, better than a scanner. How about you come to my morning show and you come to my VIP show where I give you 20 to 30 stocks every day and you use those stocks for here. Don't you think I'm a better scanner? You're not going to learn anything with a scanner. You learn to use your eye, go through this stuff. And I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm telling you this because a scanner will never teach you how to use this. This is much better than a scanner. The point here is not to scan stocks that are doing this. The point here is to find stocks that you're already in love with because you love them, because you've already found them with your eye, or I found them for you, and check to see, hey, Are we on this end of the volatility or are we on this end of the volatility? Let me look at GL. I'll take a quick look. Let me take a look. See, we don't want to buy here. We want to buy here. If you look at the naked eye at ATR, it'll look the same as it looked right here. But not when you're looking at this. iPhone, you may want to post it so other people can see what you're saying. Just FYI. Here, I'll repost it for you. All right. All right. So yeah, don't try to scan things. Don't try to make things easy on yourself. Folks, you know what it's let me give you a good analogy. You've never flown a plane before in your life. Okay? Let me give you a great analogy. Yeah, exactly what Bob just said. Stop trying to hit the button and wait till it starts. Just imagine you don't know how to fly a plane. And planes can fly automatically. But you got to be in the cockpit and you got to ready to take over if anything goes. And you have a 9-month-old baby back there. Are you going to trust the pilot? Are you going to trust the stupid automatic pilot to fly the plane for you? I would if I knew how to fly a plane so I could take over at any time. But I'm not going to go fly. I'm not going to some scanner. Stop making your life. Stop trying to make your life easy. First, make your life really hard and learn this stuff, and then it'll become easy. Okay? You don't want to scan this. Why I go 10-20? Because 20 is too long, Cyrus. 20 is way too long. 20 is way too long. So, did you guys learn something cool today? Richard, do you take any trade? Do you take any trade before looking at the Bollinger Bandwidth after I've taught you this? All right. All right. All right. So now let me give you stocks that you could start looking at using it today, okay? And instead of arguing with me next time, why don't you listen to me and just and trust me on things and just do what I say? Because we'll have more time teaching you this stuff instead of going back and forth over some nonsense. I look at it constantly and I just emailed you an example. Thank you, Richard. I'll take a look at it. Target, DHI, it's 1020. DHI, Tesla's on my list. It's 1020, it's 10-2, 10-2. 2 standard deviations, 10 length. I don't need to go 20 days. It's too long. I need a little more reaction. Exactly. So let me continue. Costco, Kava, Twilio, 4, Ring. Now let me give you the long side. CVS, Gold, Silver, VRTX, and TTE. TT got on my list, Matt. Look at this thing. I could assure you institutions are definitely buying this stock, but you got the 200-day here. Now, why don't you, instead of figuring out a scanner, go and put these stocks and see which ones hit? Okay? Now, Michael, I did not send you an alert on A-line yesterday at 4:03 p.m. I send you an update. And if you would have opened that email, you would have actually seen that. So please stop making me look bad in my show, because you're starting to look like what do they call them? Somebody who stalks you online. What is that word for it? Troll, because you're starting to sound like a troll, okay? And it's embarrassing. Don't do that. A heckler. Yeah. I mean, at least, see, here's the thing. If you would have opened that email, you would have seen it. So you're bitching me out for sending an alert on A-line at 4:03 when you didn't even open it and read it. Not good. All right. I said TTE. I have it on right now on my screen. I'm not going to text Anil here. Here, Anil. Right here. You can rewatch them right here. Can the B line be used with any timeline? No, Terry. It's used with daily charts. Daily charts. Only daily. Any other questions about this before we conclude? I don't have a class till 2 o'clock today, so I'm good. Yeah, antagonist. There you go. Thanks for your training and picks. I'm up $1,356. You are welcome, Dave. Very nice. Easiest, the best scanner is just showing up to class and listening to professor. Thank you, Roger. Always training eyes, making those picks. They make money. You're welcome. Any questions? Going once, going twice? Just made money on your pin rec. Thanks, Roger. You're welcome. Sandra, thank you. We didn't get to hear that either. People won't let you talk. While one click isn't my favorite, it would be nice to use the word update instead of new. Spy, what is the next spy move? I have no idea. I have no idea. We should ask Trump. He knows best. Brent says, I don't understand when to buy based on this. This is not, Brent, if you don't know when to buy based on this, then you missed everything. This is not, okay, guys. 95% of the things that are worth looking at in the market will not tell you when to buy or sell. I know it's counterintuitive, right? Brent, it will not tell you when to buy or sell. It will not tell you when to buy or sell. This is not one of those indicators. It will tell you if you're buying or selling in a risk to reward ratio that's favorable to you versus the market. It's telling you if you're coming into the market as a sucker or somebody who has a risk to reward. It's telling you that it's not too overextended, that price and volatility are not overextended. I don't know, Christopher. I'm not holding up any communications. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. AEO is a good short. Yes, it is. It's a very good short, actually. Yes, this class is recorded. Here is a link. Yes, I heard, everybody heard Trump bought Tesla. And when he, yes, I did. Yes, 10 and 2. Yeah, it tells you this stock is not a good time to enter the market. This stock is a good time to enter the market. So as the last measure before executing, does it help to check the BB width? I'm wondering if it can help to show reversion to the mean. Yeah, Lori, if you have a breakout stock and it's doing this, odds are the volatility is going to cool off. Also gives you a way to get out if you watch what you are doing. Absolutely, because it's telling you if price is overextended. That's exactly right, Bob. Because remember, folks, volatility is usually directional. Now, why not just use the ATR? Because ATR is non-directional. This gives you directional volatility based on the history of the asset. It's like comparing implied volatility with historic volatility in real time. So if you want to, you can just use historic or implied volatility, but I just gave you a really simple, clean, effective way to do it that doesn't cost you anything. You realize you don't have to pay for it. There's nothing to buy. It tells you when it's a good time to get into a stock, and it's telling you a good time to, it's not telling you the moment to get out of a stock, but it's giving you the 10,000 feet view of when to get out of a stock. Daniel says, brand new to your channel, purchased pit. What video should I begin to figure out the system? The getting started guide, Daniel, would be a perfect place. This again, folks. Every one of my trades starts out as a swing trade. All my day trades are based on swing trades. I don't look at 5-minute chart or intraday chart to decide if I want a swing trade. The only thing I look for on those charts is to tell me if it's the perfect time to enter or exit. All my analysis is done on a daily chart using swing trade time period. This is a confirmation for swing trades. If you decide to day trade a swing trade, that's fine. I will not day trade a stock unless I am in absolute love with it for a swing trade. In order for a stock to get on my radar, it has to be a swing trade. This is part of my swing trading repertoire. So obviously I'll use it as a day trade because I day trade my swing trades. That way, if a trade doesn't work out, I can lie and say, oh, it wasn't meant to be a day trade. It's just a swing trade. You see what I mean? Now, I don't, that's not, it's not the way I operate usually, but that's usually how it works out. Okay. And then if a trade breaks the 15-day EMA on a daily, then I negate it for a swing trade. And you do not use the bandwidth for day trading. No, no, no. You're welcome, Al Point. Any other questions? This is a good time to ask me questions. Do you use price close? I'm not using any price close, price open. I'm simple. I don't care if it's during market hours or not. I'm looking at it from a structural perspective to tell me if the market is good or not. So, for example, just a simple example. Here, Oracle. I don't care if Oracle's up right now. I don't care if Oracle's down right now. Let's say that Oracle is trending like this. Or how about this? Let's say that I like downtrend on Oracle and I'm thinking if I should take it to the short side, which I am. And I'll probably short Oracle if it'll come to the 200. So now that we have that narrative, let's look. What is Oracle doing? Is Oracle anywhere near here? No. This is a time to liquidate Oracle and wait for it to get back down here. Now, I'm hoping that when Oracle gets here, assuming I still want to short it, that volatility will come down to a reasonable level. What's a reasonable level? The bottom, near the bottom. Doesn't have to be the absolute bottom. It has to be close to the bottom. How do we know if you're existing on a day trade? How do we know if you're exiting on a day trade or holding it as a swing trade? If you see me saying an exit at this price, that means I'm exiting, Carly. Carly, look, let me show you. And I really am not trying to be difficult, but let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. You'll see what I'm talking about. Here, J&J right here. See right here, get out of J&J. Get out of J&J. That's an official exit. That's when my butt is getting out. That's an official exit. You don't have to exit if you don't want to, but the trade becomes yours after that. It's always been that. And by the way, it's been that way since the beginning of time. It's never not been that way. People who've been with me since day one. And by the way, Carly, I did, before I launched this program, I did 160 trades 2 summers ago in the free Telegram channel. And we did it exactly that way too. And nothing changed. How do you join the pit? Is there a link? Wendy, how do you join the link? If you give me your privately, just post your email address. I'll hook you up with the link. I'll just give me your email and I'll send you a link to join the pit. But yeah, and I think you should. That $500 off goes off today. But again, that's not the point. The point is, this simply tells you if your risk to reward is on your side or not, or if you're getting in when action is getting a little overextended. Do you like debit spreads? Yeah, I do like debit spreads, and I teach them every day every day in the VIP room. We do 1 or 2 debit spreads.
Here's a link to buy the pit.
Oh, Matt, he speaks. Thank you. Wendy, thank you for that. And Matt, where'd you post it?
I'm posting it right now.
All right, Matt will post it in the room. In the room. Right. Bob says, Bob's caps bothers me. Doesn't care. I try to get him to stop. Anyway, well, whatever. That's it right there. RogerScott.com trading. So confused. I thought I heard you say yesterday that your swing trade get better gains even if you give daily alerts. I did, Carly. I did. But Carly, okay, I want to explain this to you, Carly. I want to explain something to you. And I think you're missing the boat. Carly, how long have you been in the pit? It's okay. This is important. How long have you been in the pit? I'm just curious. How long have you been in there for? You've been in there for 1 year. Carly, I'm sorry. I thought you were there for a week. If you've been there for a year, then I don't know what we're even talking about. Carly, if you've been there for a year, why are we having this conversation? But to answer your question, yes, people who do swing trades do get better fills. And in pin interest this week, they would have gotten a better fill. On Etsy, they would have gotten a better fill. On Walmart, they would have gotten a better fill. Uh, and maybe every trade they would have gotten a better fill on, but not Johnson Johnson. But I'm going to make an assumption that you're just in Johnson and Johnson, Carly. Okay? So yes, it's true. It's true. They do get better fills. They do. It's true. You do. But remember what I said, the day trading accuracy is about 95% and swing trading accuracy if you hold it beyond. Do you remember that? No, Carly. Every trade except Johnson & Johnson this week made more money as a swing trade. Usually. Yeah, and it did 4 out of 5 times this week, but not on Johnson & Johnson. But you keep talking about Johnson & Johnson. What is it about Johnson & Johnson that you're so vested in? You've been there in a year. During that year, we've had 230 trades. What is it about Johnson & Johnson? Chris, I never ask questions I don't know answers to, my friend. I went to law school. I know. I want to hear it from Carly. What I want to hear from Carly is that Carly is fixated on that stock and just can't get past it. Do you remember getting a membership to the archery site? So yeah, you're right. It usually does. And since you've been there for a year, you know that because you've seen the trades, haven't you? Yeah. That's why the swing is less. All right, trying to adjust the band. It shows 1020. How do I get rid of the 0 on my band? I don't know. So if we hold it as a swing trade, how long do we hold it? Typically, so here, folks, let me give you a good analogy, okay? 95% of all the trades we've closed have been winners. If you hold them overnight on your own, that number will go from 95% to about 95%. From about 95% to about 84%. 83%. So 1 out of every 9.5 trades to 1 out of every 8 trades. Yeah. No, I don't count the bonus trades, Chris. No, don't count that. This happens when you're watching the P&L and letting your P&L dictate the trade. Carlos, we don't talk about that. Carly says I can only make 3 a week, and it seems I picked the wrong ones. Well, Carly, let me ask you a question since you've mentioned that. We haven't had a loser since January. So tell me which wrong ones you've been picking, Carly. I just want to know. The last losers we had was Home Depot and D-Dog. Remember, guys? So I want to know what are these losers that you are picking? I'm curious. And folks, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to. This is much more entertaining, actually. So I want to know which losers are you referring to? No, she's talking. Oh, all of my programs. Okay, I thought we were talking about the pit. Jason says I haven't lost because you kind of switched me over to because I thought we were talking about the pit. I haven't lost a trade since I joined the pit. Okay, in February, since I joined in February. Yeah, Jason, we haven't had a loser. And I'm going to say that to, yeah. All right, folks, it was a pleasure. What we learned here is that if you're in the pit, you should take most of my trades because we haven't had a loser since January, and we got out of Johnson & Johnson with a 50% profit. Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Oh, let me do seasonality.
Oh,
Somebody
seasonality.
asked for it.
Seasonality. Of course. Seasonality. Yes. Hold on. Matt's going to do seasonality.
Somebody wanted to see the graph, I think, specifically.
Yeah, I think it was Sean. I think Sean wanted to see the graph.
Here it is. It looks great. Looks great for the upside. I mean, remarkably well, actually. This is pretty out of the ordinary. The data's right. I checked it. I mean, we are just on top across the board, pretty much. Roger, do you see anything different?
On what?
Am I having a stroke here, or
What?
everything is above zero almost, like the entire rest of the month?
Yeah. No, no, no. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Amazing, isn't it? No, but I'm not seeing anything different. No, it actually looks pretty bullish.
Very bullish.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You're not wrong, Boyd.
I don't know about that, Boyd. I don't know. I wish I could ask without being yelled at. You can, Carly, but you see, there's a forum for that. It's called emailing me, which I've been telling everybody for a year, but you seem to want to do it here publicly. You could. Roger at rogerscott.com. Carly, have you ever emailed me? What is the accuracy now in this time? Accurate, John, accuracy in what? Peter, sorry, jump accuracy now in this time. In what program?
Well, if he's talking about seasonality, here's the
Oh,
next 10
seasonality. I
days.
understand. Got it.
Pretty good. For 10-day hold, so it's just a 2-week buy and hold. Those are pretty strong numbers.
Yeah. Carly, have you ever emailed me? I simply ask for feedback. Email me. Email me. Email me.
Email is roger
Yeah.
at rogerscott.com.
Rick, that's a bonus trade, my friend. Bonus trades. Trump started talking.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. All right, guys. If you have any other questions, let me know. Yeah, I respond to emails really well. If you have a question about a trade that we exited 4 days ago, Carly, it's probably best to email me next time. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. And again, Michael, please don't make an ass out of yourself again like you did this time. Thanks, guys. I'll see you all later.